Peace world, it's your girl, the real
Well,
Tony Hickman, and I am here with my peoples, Ron Rich, and
what's
we are
going on?
back with the Ron Rich and Tony Hickman show.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm just fabulous. How are you, Ron?
I'm great. I'm great. We back for another episode. What's going on, peoples? Everything is good. Everything is lovely. And as always, remember, guys, you can hit us up on our social networking platforms. Facebook, just search for the real Tony Hickman, my girl. Uh, Also, you can search for Ronald underscore Richardson underscore Junior on Instagram, and you can also search for me on Facebook for under my real name Ron Rich or Ronald Richardson, and we will give you all the information that you need to know.
Right.
So, what's on the topic for tonight?
Um. Well, I think we should talk about relationships.
Word. Uh,
Word.
yeah,
Word.
like
Yeah.
what about them?
I mean, relationships, love, being understood,
Right.
all of that good stuff.
Yeah. I don't really know where to begin.
Really.
I really don't know where to begin with this one. Um,
Hmm.
you
So
know,
what do you look for in a mate?
well, what I look for in a mate is somebody who has patience, somebody who's understanding, uh somebody who can put up with me really, because I'm not the easiest person to put up with at
Right.
times. Uh, I like things my way. I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries, so we real stubborn and bullheaded.
Yeah.
Uh, and I can be really, really difficult sometimes. But overall, uh, when I do fall in love, I fall hard.
Right. I think that's
Yeah.
all fire signs. We're just like
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
Right. Uh, but the thing that I find sometimes when dealing with certain people, in certain past situations, the feelings may not be reciprocated, like, you know, you would like them to. So
Right.
it begs the question of, am I risking putting myself out there by saying how I feel to this person? You know?
Yeah. I feel you. I
Right.
feel you so much on that. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, to touch on disabilities, it's like, you know, when a person, when you date a person that has a disability, or, when even like us, we've talked about how many dates we've had or how many people that we were involved with, uh, on an intimate level, and on a mental level. It's like somebody always has the question of, okay, well, do I really, really, really want to deal with this, or do I really, really want to deal with the disability? And that has
Right.
made, uh, you and I talked about dating very, very hard for us, in in past years. So how did you? I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start off asking the questions. How did you deal with that when you were presented with it? Like, how did guys react to you? And I think we touched on it in one of our earlier podcasts when we first started out. But how did guys react to you when you told them that you liked them, or you told them that you felt a certain way about them, and they knew that you had your stroke and you had some health problems that developed over time? Like, how did you deal with that, and how did they react to it?
Well, see, one of my issues was I shut down.
Hmm.
So, because of the insecurities that I had, I would rather just like cut people off. And so,
Hmm.
when I did allow somebody in, gratefully, that person was somebody that cherished me enough to not try and take advantage of me for sexual reasons or whatever, because I don't care if you have no legs, no arms, no teeth, and nothing. If a man could be intimate with you, he will be intimate with you because that's what his number one priority is. If that, that's just
Exactly.
the reality. A woman could get sex before she could get something to eat.
Right.
So, but this particular man, he really supported like everything I did. If I was going out of town or whatever, because we lived in different states, he would come to the state that I was in and just support me, but never was intimate with me for the sake of not playing with my emotions, I feel. So, that was the main person I dealt with. And then when I dealt with others, I never really questioned, because I have this attitude like it's take it or leave it. But I also have this attitude like, unless you get to my heart, you're not getting nowhere else. Like, it ain't happening nowhere else. Cause
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a horrible situation. I had a bad situation like that, and it was horrible, where I started crying because I thought I was about to have another brain aneurysm, because dude went to touching on me and I got an extreme headache.
Right.
So that's my built-in bullshit detector.
Right.
And it basically keeps me away from characters that are not good for me. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think you and I are on the same wavelength with that, because I noticed, and I've noticed over time, I have a tendency to shut down before like the bullshit starts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I could pick up BS from a mile away, but at the same time, it's like when somebody really is presenting themselves to you and they really do like you, I'm left with not knowing how to react to it sometimes, because I've dealt with so much BS in the past.
Right.
And at different times in my life, to negate that problem and to get rid of it, I'm like you. I would just like really become distant and just really just like shut down, so I won't have to have that feeling anymore.
Right.
And I won't feel that hurt anymore.
Right.
And in recent years, I've gotten better, but it's been real tough.
Same for me. I really I've made up my mind this year that like I am gonna open myself up for love, because I'll focus on everything else. And it's not like I don't get flirted with, or, men don't want to talk to me. Like, I've had men that wanted, like most recently, that really want me to like be a part of their life. But if you go to even talking about sex or whatever, my instincts just be like, like,
Right.
get back, because if you can't get to my heart, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Like that just, I'm sorry, it ain't that serious. I done been so long without sex, it don't even matter at this point. You got to get to the heart,
Yeah.
So,
It's dating has been a mixed bag for me. Like I said, it's been a lot more bad than it has been good. In recent years, though, it started to pick up again, and stuff like that. Yeah, so I've been really smiling as of late. Yeah.
that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, man. So,
I mean, love is such a beautiful thing. And,
right.
I have found that I really, I cherish the relationships that I have in my life, but I have found that it's time for me also to attract that particular person that is just going to love me completely for me. And I know they're out there, but I won't settle for less. I think when it comes in your life, you really know it. You know that that's the one, no matter what. And no matter how difficult it may seem, like, you'll know that's the one. And even if it's somebody that you like more, and they're not reciprocating that energy, it's
Mm-hmm.
still a lesson to understand that you are worth somebody loving you the way you want to be loved.
Right.
You know,
Well,
and it's necessary.
I'm putting this out there. She's out there. That's all I'm saying. She's
Heard
out
that?
there.
Y'all heard
She
that from Ryan
she
Ridge.
she out there, but we gonna keep that on the even kill. We ain't gonna put it out there yet.
Like I said, I'm all for love. I think
Right.
it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, and you have to just cherish it when you do have it. Don't be with the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. You can't play with people's heart,
Yeah.
because so many of us have been through so many things, and
Hmm.
you just have to be mindful of people's emotions and things like that.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they don't really think about how others would feel because they're so hell bent on protecting themselves.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I know we've all been through, some bad bad shit, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to bounce back, and you got to be able to just take it for what it is.
Right.
You know, so yeah, man. But I'll reveal this person in a
It'll
couple
come
weeks.
in time. I got the heads up, y'all, but I've been told to
Uh,
keep my mouth shut. So, but like I said, love is a beautiful thing. Um, and I think it's beautiful, and I welcome it. I welcome it. I don't want to be single forever.
yeah.
Like, it's cool for a hot second, but
Hmm.
mm-mm.
She knows who she is. That's all I'm saying.
He's
But
steady
yeah,
throwing that out
yeah,
there.
she know who she is. All I'm saying, like, yeah,
Right.
you know.
That's so cute.
You think I'm a
I think
handsome
it's
brother?
like I said, man, I ain't say nothing about you was cute. I said that is cute. You see
I'm
he taking that to his head, like, golly.
looking in the
Oh my
camera.
goodness.
Yeah, but oh, and like I told you earlier, she like my big nostrils.
And that they are, my friend.
Yeah, but so overall, like, how has it been for you?
As of recent, like I said, I've met a few men. I actually have met somebody I really liked. Well, I dated somebody. That's the gentleman I was telling you about. I don't even know if it was dating. I don't know what it was. He just had my heart.
Hmm.
But we never was intimate, but I fell in love with this guy because of how he loved me. Like, that was the biggest love I ever experienced, but it was also the biggest heartache. I think he was like my twin flame. I know he was my twin flame because I learned from it.
Yeah, yeah,
But then after that, like, I met someone I liked, and it just got weird. It got weird because I don't even want to go into that. It
we don't
got
have to.
weird. Yeah, it got weird because we had some understanding issues about beliefs. And so then there's this other gentleman, and I'm just, you should know by now, like, you're a fire sign too. I'm real straight up. And
Yep.
sometimes
Yeah.
people cannot handle that. Like,
Yeah.
you can't BS me. I've been on my own since 15. So you can't BS me. I'm gonna be straight up with you. You know what I
Right.
mean? And sometimes I can be a hard pill to swallow. And so
Hell, you
I
you a hard pill to swallow for me, and we not even together. Cause
yeah,
you,
right, exactly.
yeah, you give me all kind of hell. Like, we kind of like got a, got a non-husband, non-wife, husband-wife thing. Cause we always going, like, we fuss sometimes and crack on each other and all
All
kind of shit.
right.
Yeah, you know.
But it's
But
all
yeah,
love. See, all with us, it's all love though. With them, I'll be like, you know what? Like, I don't really have to deal with that. So,
nah. But I'm even though you stuck with me forever. I'm just
right,
saying, yeah,
right,
this is it.
right, right.
Till the wheels fall off, baby,
Till the wheels fall off. Yes.
and your big ass forehead.
Like where that came from, y'all. You see, we was actually having a bonding moment. Did y'all acknowledge that? We were having a bonding moment and then he come with the BS. Like, I
That's
tell you.
I I do. You ought to know by now. That's what I do.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like it's a good thing when somebody takes notice of you and how you are as a person. And I
Right.
think that's what.
And they decide that because of how you are, that's why they want to be with you. Not they don't try and pick you apart and say because of this I can't deal with you or because of that. It's because you are who you are. That's why
Mhm.
they want to deal with you. Like that is so rare, you
Right.
know?
And like I said, I can be a handful sometimes.
I
So
mean, me too. We both
right.
fire signs. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
we both can be a handful. But you know what? I was on a radio show before, and they had this psychic on there. He had been a psychic for the Clintons and all of that, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know how we got on the subject of me dating. And this man tells me, he said, well, because of the woman that you are, the type of woman you are, only 5% of men are going to understand you. I was like, 5%? Like, that's a very small percentage.
Small number. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I
And
was like, I don't accept it.
you know what else is amazing too. Now that we on the subject of love and relationships, it's amazing how you can just connect with somebody on a platonic level, and
Right.
you can be in love with somebody on a platonic level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
you just understand that person, and
I
yeah.
mean, that's what happened with me with my friend for 6 years.
Mm.
Like, I know he loves me. He still loves me.
Right.
But, we never were intimate. It was just the most purest love I have ever experienced. And it's kind of messed up because I hold that as a standard for my heart. You know what I mean?
Right. I
Mhm.
mean, it's not messed up because I don't think it's messed up because you have to hold yourself to a standard. Uh, because I feel like if you hold yourself to a standard, you won't get messed over. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I get that point, but at the same time, I think it's also important that I understand, for me, I understand that it comes in different packages and forms.
Hmm.
I still got the brain stuff going on. So I don't want to see just one block. I want to see the whole picture. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, but
No,
yeah,
you just crazy. You just crazy. You.
I do not appreciate that, sir.
Huh?
I
You
don't
just
appreciate that.
guys, look, man. Remember, as always, I'm gonna reiterate, man. Hit us up on all our social networking platforms: Facebook, Instagram. Email us, and we're gonna continue to do these videos weekly. Uh, and we're gonna just give y'all all the information that you know you may need or you may want, because really and truthfully, this is the only show on YouTube that you should be concerned about, because we the best. And
And we're here for you. Like we are
we'll keep
here. It's
going.
real stories, true stories, and we're just here to help you understand we are just normal people.
All right, all right.
That's
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. So,
mm,
and you got to answer it, because you got to answer it. So, for you to be sexually attracted to a man, like, what does it take to open up that side of you? Or am I touching on the subject that's a little too sensitive? Or do you
No,
know?
not at all. Not at all. I just have to process questions. That
Okay,
was like a heavier one
it was heavy.
because for me, and I can't speak for every woman,
Mm-hmm.
but most women, unless you're like in the strip club seeing these men wanging danging with their penis popping up and down or whatever, like
Did you say
women
wing?
are
Did you say winging danging? What the hell?
okay,
Uh,
that's the words that look. I got this visual of this man just like doing his thing on the stage. All right. So
your
anyway,
mind in the gutter. But anyway, go ahead.
you asked me a question. All
All
right.
right, yeah. Look, go ahead.
So
Handle it.
for me at least,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see me. I might see men and be like, "Oh, he's sexy. He hot. Oh, I love the way he walk. Or you love his style or whatever." I might see that, but I don't be like, "Oh, you know." No, I'm lying. Sometimes it depends. It got to be a special human being.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have seen some men where I just be like, "Damn, I bet he good in bed." Like, yeah, I have seen that. I have seen that.
Oh,
hmm
oh,
But
right,
then I don't be like, oh, I want to sleep with him. It just be the thought.
right. No,
Versus
it's
men, they'll see it and they'll be like, man, I bet she good. Man, I got to hit that. Because
no,
y'all think about sex every 17 seconds, you know?
no comment. No
I
comment
know
from the
it.
no comment from the peanut gallery. Yeah. For me, it's when I think about that, it's all in how a woman's confidence is. Something about a woman's
Mhm.
walk that makes me say, hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, I've even been told, like I have a certain swag from I've even been told from different women that I have a certain swag about me that they like, and I'm like, really? I
I
don't
mean, you're
really.
tall, dude. You're tall. So most women are
Mm,
gonna be automatically attracted to you and like see that
right.
part of you, you know?
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, you know, I look good too.
And you
Yeah.
conceited as ever, like, yeah.
Nah, man, but I've even been told like out, I have a certain swag about myself, and I'm like, I'm just me, you know. Um, I don't try to be something I'm not. I'm myself. Um, and I just kind of like roll with it, you
Right.
know. And whatever they think is whatever they think, you know.
Right.
So, you know, but yeah, you, I'm pretty much done.
Okay, like what? That's the end of the conversation.
That's all I got, bro. I mean, I'm all over the
Well,
place tonight.
my final note on that is like, if you have love,
Hmm.
cherish it. If you don't have
Right.
love, even especially to my people with disabilities or just my people who have not been in a relationship in a very long time, you
Hmm.
have to trust that love is coming and also believe in yourself enough to know that you deserve it.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. And you have so many people that jump in these relationships because they just feel like they don't want to be alone, but in that alone time you learn a lot about yourself. So when you go to get in the next relationship, you don't have all of that baggage that you had from your previous relationship or your previous situationship, whatever it was.
Right. Now,
But just
I was
go
going
ahead.
not to cut you up, but I was gonna touch on that. Most relationships nowadays are situationships.
Right.
People jumping in, and you know they lusting over each other, and they having sex, and they getting with these people, and they have sex, and the feelings are all over the place, and they think they're in love, and they're really lusting for each other. And
Most
it
definitely.
it takes time. You know what I'm saying? And there have been times where I fell in love instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real thing that happens.
Hmm.
It may be a month, it may be 2 months, uh, but it happens because you feel a connection with the person that you you may not have felt before, or
Right.
it may be a just whatever, so it can happen. But I think when it comes to people with disabilities, uh, a lot of, and I'm gonna say us, a lot of us who have disabilities don't have the confidence um, that a normal able-bodied person would have, because we have a physical ailment. Uh,
Right.
and I tell people all the time the story about, I had the proverbial look in the mirror at 17, 18 years old. And I looked at myself one day in the mirror and I was like, you know what, Ryan, you are a handsome guy. You have,
Exactly.
you have a lot going for yourself. So it's going to take a special person to, you know, deal with you, and,
Mhm.
and understand that, that you are a gift. So
And you're
once I,
deserving of love,
right.
you know?
And once I got over that, I still had my issues where I was like, not confident in myself, but it grew over time. And like I said, I had a real good group of friends who, just looked out for me, and they also boosted my confidence too when we started going out and different things like that, when we would go to clubs and stuff like that. So, and then it got to a point where I got so confident that they would just bring me to the club with them to see if I could pull something, and that was fun. That was major fun.
I
Yeah.
think I think that's pretty cool. Like
Right.
what I have seen, and I've seen this with people with disabilities and not, confidence is everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you do not have confidence, it shines. I don't care if you have a disability or you don't, because let me tell you something. I have seen some of the most obese, different, different looking women and men
Right.
attract some of the most beautiful people I have ever seen.
That's true.
And it
That's
was
true.
simply because they believe in themselves and they know that's what they want.
Mm.
So, and then at the same time, you have to also understand, like, if somebody, for whatever reason, is telling you they cannot deal with you because of your disability or because of something in your character that they find is a flaw,
Stay the
move
hell
on
away
to
from
the
them.
next. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, move
Yes.
on, because you deserve love and you don't need anybody trying to pick you apart and correct you. You are perfect just the way you are. And
Right.
somebody will acknowledge that.
Right. So I think we about settled it for the night, huh? We good?
Yeah, we like 28 minutes in. It's been a real good conversation. Love is like, I'm a Leo. We like heart oriented and all that. We
Right.
wear the heart on our sleeve. So I always love love. I love love like no other. So, and
Yeah,
I'm
man.
happy for love. When I hear about love stories, it just be making my day. Like when my homeboy I told you went to Dominican
Mm-hmm.
Republic and he got married, and I was like, what?
Right.
Like I love love stories because it just gives me hope too. You give me hope. Yeah.
All right. Like I said, you steadily trying to pull this out of me, huh?
I ain't do nothing. See, I didn't do nothing. You just put that out there. You
It's
put it
come.
out there all through the video. What you talking about?
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I ain't say nothing. You still talking about it.
It's coming. Don't worry about it.
He's
Shit.
so cool, y'all. He's so cool with his Sinbad man. Uh-huh.
It's coming. Don't worry about it. Like make the But yeah, man. So guys, we really appreciate y'all as always, and
Follow us on all our social
yeah,
media at the Ryan Rich and Tony Hickman Show. YouTube. Watch this video. Like it, share it, subscribe. Visit our YouTube channel. Like we love y'all.
because
Straight.
we said so. We love y'all, and it's been real.
And love
And
yourself.
yup,
Yeah.
and yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. So we'll holler at y'all next week, man. It's been real. Peace.
Been real. Peace.